Picture this. You've spent months tending to your fields, and today is the day. You've just harvested the biggest, sweetest pineapples your village has ever seen. So you pile them up in your compound, pull up a chair, and wait for the buyers to show up. But hours pass, then days. Nobody comes. Your perfect crop sits there, untouched. What you are doing in that moment is called selling. You already have the finished item, and your only goal is to exchange it for cash. It is an action that only starts at the very end of the line, after all the hard work is done. To survive in a competitive market, you need a different approach. You need marketing. Marketing doesn't wait until the harvest is over. It starts before you even plant the first seed, and it focuses entirely on the customer. Growing a great pineapple or making a beautiful bar of soap is only half the job. Without a deliberate plan to get people to know about your item, want it, and buy it, the business simply won't last. Let's rewind the clock. Before you spend a single shilling on seeds or supplies, you start with market research. You walk through your community and ask people directly, what do you actually need? If it's school shoes, what kind? And exactly how much money can you afford to pay for them? You gather this information to build a clear picture of your buyers. If you find out everyone in the village already grows their own pineapples, you know immediately that planting more is a guaranteed loss. By finding out exactly what your neighbors want before you start producing, you ensure that you are creating a solution to a real problem they have, instead of just guessing and hoping for the best. Once you've researched and produced the right item, you face a physical problem. How does that item actually travel from your hands to the person buying it? Perishable foods like tomatoes require a direct path from producer to consumer. But for goods like soap traveling from a Kampala factory to remote villages, middlemen step in. Wholesalers bridge this distance, buying massive boxes directly from the factory. If you walk through downtown markets like Kikubu, you will see this in action. Towering stacks of bulk merchandise, ready to be loaded onto trucks and transported closer to the rural communities. Back to our chart. The wholesaler sells those large boxes to a local retailer, like the owner of your neighborhood shop. That retailer then opens the large box and sells just one affordable bottle of soap to the final customer. People sometimes complain about these extra steps, but without people to securely transport bulk items, store them safely, and break them down into single units, getting a factory-made good to a rural doorstep would be physically impossible. So you have the right product, and it's sitting on the shelf at the local shop, but it will stay there collecting dust if nobody knows it exists. You have to speak up. Advertising is how you build broad, long-term awareness. In many communities, paying for an upbeat announcement on the local FM radio station is the best way to reach thousands of ears at once. While advertising builds steady interest over time, sometimes you need to move products today. That's when you use a sales promotion. These are short-term offers, like a holiday price discount or a buy one get one free deal. Advertising puts the idea of your product in their head, and a well-timed sales promotion gives them the final urgent push they need to hand over their money. There is one last hurdle. A customer hears your radio advert, they walk to the shop, and they see your item, but they hesitate. They've been cheated before by expired food or tampered scales, and they are afraid of losing out. To overcome that fear, there is a system called consumer protection. These are rules designed strictly to keep buyers safe from dangerous or deceptive business practices. Government bodies enforce these rules. Here, the main enforcer is the Uganda National Bureau of Standards, or UNBS. They inspect everyday products to ensure they are actually safe to consume. Smart buyers know to look for the proof right on the packaging. When they spot that distinct quality mark on flour or oil, they know the item has been inspected and approved. Adhering to these quality standards serves as the ultimate marketing tool. When you guarantee safety, you remove the buyer's anxiety and turn a hesitant shopper into a trusting, repeat customer. Let's look at where we stand. The person who just grew a crop and waited to sell is still sitting next to rotting fruit, but the person who asked the community what they needed, moved the goods through the right hands, and onto the right shelves and guaranteed quality, they have a thriving business. Having a wonderful item is useless if it stays hidden in your field or your workshop. Marketing truly gives your business a voice. It is the comprehensive plan that guides your product out into the world and turns passing strangers into loyal, paying customers.